why, as lame duck school board directors, they are trying to impose school closures on us one last time. But we know they're on their way out. But as we can see with some of the school board directors who were elected in 2020, it matters who we replace them with. So we need quality school board directors who are going to pledge to work with the community and always defend our neighborhood schools as a baseline requirement. If we win these elections this year, by January of 23, when we swear in a new school board, we can have a majority on the school board. And with that majority, that school board will be able to chart the course the community wants for our schools going forward. So I want to stress, this is a fight we're in right now. And this is going to be a street fight because there is no reason to close our schools other than that's what those 5 directors want. But if we are successful in this fight, we are only 9 months away from real relief and a real victory. So please let everyone you know we need to get involved this year. But there is a light at the end of the tunnel as long as we organize and as long as we fight. Whose schools? Whose schools? Thank you.
Make some noise for Brookfield, y'all. We gotta have them come up here.
I'm here today. I'm here today to fight for my kids' school. They ain't starting no school damn period. They think they're gonna run our kids, they think they're gonna run us. Ain't nobody gonna run our kids. Ain't nobody gonna run us. We here to take up for our kids. We put our kids in school, we can take our kids out. So we here to fight for our kids. I'm not gonna back down. I'm gonna fight to the end. I'm gonna fight till my feet get tired. I don't know about y'all, but I know I'm gonna fight till I get tired. Brookfield Elementary, I have a special needs son. If it wasn't for Brookfield, my son would not be so friendly. My son would not fucking talk. My son would not have so many friends. My son is special needs. He has a disability problem, but they want to take that right up from my kids? No, the fuck they not.
Hello. I just want to say hi. It's very unfair. And like, I don't. It's been a long year since I moved away from Oakland, and I'm now living in Fairfield, so I won't be staying out here anymore. I used to go to Howard Elementary School in Oakland, and I used to stay on Hillside Street. And, and it's been really neat to be there. Like that. Thank you.
Hear me? I'm not going to take up too much time. My name's Warren Haskell. I'm a teacher at Brookfield for 25 years now. And we've been fighting against this closure thing for at least the past 10. We used to have 800 kids at the school. They've dwindled us down to about 200. So it's a big problem. We're here to just say, hands off our schools. We're here to fight. 10 years I've been fighting against this, and I'm not getting tired yet. And a lot of people ask me why I stayed at Brookfield for so long, because not a lot of people in Brookfield look like me. But if you've ever been to Brookfield, you know that community is solid, it's strong, and it welcomes everybody. At Brookfield Elementary, we take kids in. A lot of the surrounding schools don't. We take in homeless kids, we take in special needs kids, immigrant kids, low-performing kids, kids who've been kicked out of other schools, but we welcome them all into Brookfield. And it's a beautiful place. So, which is why I stayed there for 25 years and will stay there another 25 more. So thank you all, and I'm going to pass it on to the next speaker.
Yes, so our next speaker is a student from Las Bonitas.
Hello, my name is Sasette, and I just want to say, I don't want to close my school. Like, what? Are they crazy or something? Like, what do they want to do? Do they just want to say, nah, it's okay, elementary, yeah, we support it, middle school, heck, nah. Oh, no. Oh, I don't want to swear, but I don't know. I have so much urge to swear right now, but I just want to say something real quick. They close our schools! Like, what are you trying to do? Like, we're out here walking, and when we say we don't want our schools closed, we don't want our schools to close. Like, what do you know? Like, oh my God, I went to down there, she would be telling us a crime. You're closing our schools? Heck no! We're gonna stand here, and we're not gonna fight at all. That's it. We're gonna fight. We don't care what's gonna go on. We're gonna fight. We're gonna stand up. We don't care if we're hungry, tired, whatever. Or even if we're super tired, like we want to sleep. No, this is our schools, and they can't take that away from us. Thank you.
Fire! Let me tell y'all. I just talked to her. That is your future student board director. She's taking my seat. That is our future student board director. Y'all saw that is fire. Fire that will never be put out. I told the board members a big fire is coming their way. They can't take it out. A big fire is coming their way. And that is the prime example of fire. Now, our next speaker, Gennaro from ILWU, if you are here. Let's hear it for our students, though. When I say student, you say power. Student. It takes a lot to be up here as a young person, y'all. So really appreciate all the students that are around you here today, that are even still here.
Well, my name is Gennaro. We got to say that ILW. An injury to one is an injury to all. And that's what this is. They're trying to injure us as a community of people. They're trying to privatize things that should be privatized. Public land, public education. That doesn't make any sense. That's a question in my I can say this.
Right, exactly. But Joe will be like,
we need to come together and decide what we're going to do to stop this from happening. There's a district family that's privatizing. They're in charge of charter schools. They're in charge of GAP. And they're in charge of the A's. They own those places. And they're trying to make these places privatized. They're trying to privatize the port right now. They're taking over our land, trying to say, oh, we're going to be able to live around you, but you're not going to be able to live around brains banging tons of metal all day long. You're not going to want to live around it. You're going to get rid of us. And that's what's going to eventually happen. It's a domino effect. If they get one thing, they take it all. So don't let them get none of your schools. None of them.
Thank you. And so our last speaker, our second to last speaker.
Introducing, calling out Kat Brooks from Ethically's Terror Project.
What's up,
right here. I'm not gonna take up too much time. I know y'all been in these streets making the noise. The most important thing I wanted to say is thank you. Thank you for standing up for our babies. Thank you for standing up for our schools. Thank you for putting your bodies on the line. Thank you to the parents who in between working 1, 2, 3, 5 jobs and making sure your kids are getting to and from the schools that are threatening to close or organizing a movement of resistance. Thank you to the educators who, even while you're spending your time nurturing the minds of our babies, are figuring out, right, the pathway to resistance and victory. Thank you to the allies. I'm a lifelong organizer. I've dedicated my life to the liberation of our people. And I'm so inspired by the organizing you all have done. God damn, Oakland. And it is not in vain. So after all of the stuff, y'all saw the disinformation campaign about reimagining public safety. And they try to say that our movement is dead, our movement is over. First of all, our movement is not just about police and prisons, because we are so clear about all of the ways in which they wage war on our bodies, and that all of our movements are connected, and that closing down schools are diseducating our children, preventing them from being able to forge pathways to quality lives, funnels them into the clutches of police and claws of American concentration camps, otherwise known as prisons. So it is all connected. And so we are united in this struggle. And so APTP stands here, I stand here, we stand here in solidarity, in support, in love, and to win. And to win. And to win. And that's it. I just want to come say thank you. I love you. We're here. Connect the dots. One people, one struggle, one victory.
Our next speaker is Misty Cross from Moms for Housing. Let's give it up for Moms for Housing. Because all these school closures that's connected to gentrification, which is connected to the privatization, gentrification of our communities. I'm gonna let these babies have the mic first.
My name is Brittany, and I used to go to Howard out here. I think they shouldn't close our schools down because they know it's wrong and they're hurting our families, our teachers, and the kids. They know that it's wrong to close our schools down, and it's hurting everybody that goes. I can't think of anything else, but they know that it's wrong, and it's wrong for us kids. It's wrong for us kids. I think that they know that what they're doing, and they just want to close our schools down to take the music from themselves. And they know that that is wrong. Everybody knows that it's wrong, and they know that they shouldn't do that. They're just trying to hurt us. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Brianna, and I used to go to Howard too. And we're trying to close the schools down, and other kids wants to learn, and it's not fair to their parents and other kids that they want to learn, and that they shouldn't close their schools down because they want to use their money for themselves. Thank you.
Let's give it up for our youth. Let's give it up for ourselves. Let's give it up for everybody that played a hand in today and put in this march together. This is
the ILWU, we will unite every workforce in this city until we shut this city down. And we will let them know that our babies are not for sale. Hands off our schools. No schools, no closures, no cuts, no closures.
Let's give it up for Misty from Moms for Housing. I just wanted to take a second personally to give a shout out. I've only seen one council person out here supporting our cause, and I know that there's some twisty politics stuff, but I just want to give a shout out to Sheng Tao for coming out here, showing her face. She has been a huge advocate, at least to me, for not closing our schools. So I don't think she's here anymore, but shouting that out. And we have one more. Our final speaker, my brother from Westlake Middle School. Let's give it up for Kamka Tim.
What's up, Oakland? What's up with y'all, man? Hey, this right here was beautiful, but I only got a couple things to say. I'm not going to stand in front of you very long. I just want you to know that this is not the last march, man. We're going to try to do this shit like every 2 weeks. We're going to try to stay in these streets, but there's a lot of good organizing going on. So if you're not part of any like organizing body that's trying to keep schools open, I strongly just urge you to find one, man. There's going to be town halls going on. The ILWU is having a meeting with teachers and community members on March 16th. There's going to be, we know we're looking for November the board. We need to find members. We need to have candidate forms. We need to put these candidates in front of them, ask them real questions. Like, how do you feel about capitalism? How do you feel about racism? How do you feel about privatization? Because these candidates, they can come around when it's time to get your vote. But then when we got 2,000 members in a board meeting, they turn around and close our schools. So we got to really get active in this November election. I say we got to keep fighting to keep these schools open. We got to keep the pressure on them, and there's lots of different ways we can pressure them. So we got to keep this going. I appreciate everybody for coming out here. I know for sure that I'm not stopping everybody that helped organize this march. It was a lot of us. There was a lot of us that helped organize this march. It wasn't just me. It wasn't just Jazz from La Escuelita. It was so much support. And that's what we need. We need that unity. We need that solidarity. And hopefully, man, we're going to get this shit turned over. We're going to get this decision turned over for sure. I got a lot of faith. I got a lot of hope. And hopefully, we don't have to keep doing it, because flipping the board in November and getting them to turn over school closures, that doesn't mean that we can let up. Because as soon as we let up, they're going to try to do it again. So we got to keep defending education. We got to build up a solid political force in Oakland to let them know that the people run this town. Not no billionaires, not no politicians. So thank you all for coming out, and I hope I see you at the next one. Because who knows where it's going. We might go to the port. We might set up a picket line. You know, so we need y'all. We need y'all out there. Yeah, this is my brother. He said he wanted to speak. This is my brother, Minister King X, because I heard a lot talking about the school to prison pipeline. And this is one of the brothers that's on the front line for our brothers that's behind the wall. He's out here pushing the agreement to end all hostilities. He was definitely supporting the hunger strike to end the SHU inside of prison. So I just wanted to give him a chance to get up on this mic.
Greetings, brothers and sisters. I'm Minister King X of California Prison Focus, Cage Universal. So I'm a returning citizen. As soon as I came home, I put boots on the ground because I knew the narrative of the worst of the worst. They always said that, we come home and it's the recidivism rate is high. Well, I see some of my brothers out here. I see you, John. I see the thing about it is they don't tell the story of the principal thinkers just promoting a peace agreement behind the walls, a political peace agreement. So in 2011, 2013, we went in a hunger strike to end long-term solitary confinement. Well, what people don't know, we was actually in solitary confinement for our school of thought because of the books we read. So when we talk about Westlake being on a hunger strike because of the education, it's a direct link from the school to prison pipeline. Now, the thing about the agreement to end hostility, it's a political agenda where in Southern California, Northern California, all throughout the United States, we're embracing this agreement to end hostilities. We're creating a curriculum to go inside and out. I created an after-school program in the 4th module where we're going to be talking about conflict resolution. We'll be going hood to hood, city to city, and saying no more. No more culture genocide, no more minicide. I got my colleague right here, Nube. It's a program that we asking you, the community, that the elders strategically they created this program called the Community Release Board. And I want her to tell you a little bit about it so y'all can know that these are the type of programs that we're trying to centralize with the people out in the community. When the governor talking about liberating people and letting them go home, we talking about liberating our elders because those are walking encyclopedias. When they talking about shutting down the schools, when they talking about get rid of history, we talking about our elders. They got that history. It's the knowledge that Common was talking about in the schools, when the school to prison pipeline, when these elders here. Won't you tell them a little more about the Community Release Board?
Hey y'all, it's really good to see you out here. My name is Nube Brown. I'm the editor of the San Francisco Bayview National Black newspaper, and I have the incredible privilege of being able to also write a column called Liberate the Caged Voices. This is what we are talking about, liberating our elders. But that work comes from them inside. We are caging genius. When we talk about the school to prison pipeline, this is what we're talking about. When we're talking about a community release board, that is something that's been created from the inside and involves all of you, because the community release board can only come from the people. This is the village. This is the village that comes together to protect our children. When we talk about the Black Panther Party, we must say the Black Panther Party for self-defense, because they're protecting the people, protecting our elders, protecting our children. That is why we are coming here together. What I'm saying to you is what I am hearing from these beautiful brothers and sisters inside. They have been struggling for decades to find ways to get free. Right? And they need us out here. They are being silenced just like our people are being silenced out here. They're trying to sweep us away. They are trying to silence us. They are trying to kill us. They are killing us. This is genocide taking place within our prisons. This is modern day slavery, legal slavery taking place within our prisons. The Community Relief Board is about a dialogue with the people on the inside and those of us out here to help get them free. Because they are a part of our communities. They've been snatched from our communities and put into these plantations, modern day slavery, the 13th Amendment. If you have not read it, the exception clause, please read it immediately. I happen to just get a letter from Sitawa Nantambu Jama'a, one of the principal thinkers that Minister King was just talking about, one of the signers and creators of the agreement to end hostilities. He has a message for you that I want to read. This is the message to the youth.
Association, Keith Brown, thank you.
Family, I'm so glad to be here, and this was a beautiful day because we marched across East Oakland. We marched on East 14th Street from Roots to here to the Fruitvale for our students. And this is a movement that is led by our students. One thing I am proud that I had the chance to talk to many students today from OUSD. There are students here that are on the front lines fighting for climate justice, fighting to make sure that the planet will be safe for them. So these are two issues that connect together as far as keeping our schools open to make sure that all students in Oakland have the education that they deserve. And also students are here voicing that they want to make sure that there is environmental justice so they have a future. They want to have schools. They want to have a better planet. So I just, standing here saying that I have so much love for our students. And looking here at the state of California with a $45 billion surplus, and that's a conservative estimate. There is no reason at all that our school board, our majority school board, will make the choice to close our schools to take away resources from our students. The choice is either our students, communities, and families, or standing with the gentrification of Oakland, standing with the privatization. And the community here today in this march, we say, we stand with the students of Oakland. We stand with the community to say, keep our schools open. No school closures. Thank you for being here, and we are fighting for our schools. Whose schools? What kind of schools? Whose schools? What kind of schools? Thank you.
Hey, just one last announcement. Oh, and okay. The bathrooms are toward the school to the right. To the right. Last but not least, our West Oakland Councilmember Mel Pipe is here. So what's the word for us this evening?
One last speaker.
Who's schools? Who's schools? Who's city?
Of course, Hey, listen. I was at the beginning of the march when we started in East Oakland. I was there. There's a bunch of stuff happening in the city right now, but I wanted to make sure that I was able to close it out with y'all because it's so important to remember that this struggle that we're in, according to the school district, it's about money, and it's about we don't have enough money, right? We find money in the state of California when we want to do certain things. We find money in the city of Oakland when we want to do certain things. We are about to spend hundreds of millions of dollars on a ballpark, but we can't figure out how to make schools stay open. We are being lied to. We are being lied to. And just with me being in this position, as a city council member, I'm seeing so much behind the scenes. There's so much that's happening that's connected that you will not even know because, once again, we're being lied to. They can keep schools open. As a matter of fact, as a teacher, we need smaller classrooms. We need to have smaller classrooms. The teachers need to be compensated for the work they do. They are front lines. It was just a couple years ago that I had a community, like a school open, a strike school, a block from here because the teachers had to go on strike for some other BS that the district was pulling. It don't stop, so we can't sleep. They will not stop, so we cannot stop. And I'm so honored to be out here with y'all again. And I will be out here every single day, not just because these things are cool, but it really, that's not this is sexy part. This is not the part that's going to make us win, right? It's the organizing. It's the Sunday meetings I've been on with some of y'all. We got to get this work. We got to get this work. So, Tim, I appreciate you. There's some Shula, like Sarah, Walter, the reparations for Black students. Mike. Where's Mike at? Mike is my counterpart on the school board. For what I am the city council, we got to stay unified. This is a protracted struggle, but we need some immediate wins right now. We can get them. We're closer now than we've been in a long time. We can get them, right? So I really didn't have a lot to say. I'm just saying we're being lied to by the state. We got to focus on the state. We also got to focus on the local. And because so many people care about this struggle right now, we can have different groups of folks focusing on these different targets, but they all got to be targeted. Right? That's all I got to say. I'm just loving y'all out here as cold as it is. I love y'all.
It's not that cold. Okay, I'm gonna do a stream about this later today, maybe. I don't know, or tomorrow. But they're trying to shut down, and I believe 6 schools in Oakland. There was a 20-day hunger strike to stop it. I'll talk about it later. Thanks for dropping in. Sorry about any audio issues.